Welcome to Good to Trash, episode 255. In the Days of the Mob, by Jack Kirby. Jack the King Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Eric.
I'm Jason.
Hello, Jason.
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
You seem crazy.
I'm exhausted
Yeah.
for reasons that I am not aware of.
Just life.
Yeah, in general.
Right?
I'm just tired of life.
Oh, no.
I kind of wish I were dead.
Oh. Well, not me.
Well, I don't wish you were dead, no.
No, I don't wish either of us did. In fact, there's not a person I wish was dead.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Positive?
Well, other than people that are already dead.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anybody.
Barack Obamacare? He's ruined your life. He made you unemployed.
That's true.
He's trying to offer you health care.
Oh my gosh. He's awesome. Those are both great things. I don't want to work and I want to get cheaper hospital bills, so yeah.
He is the devil.
The devil? Like the guy who's the narrator of this book we just read.
He may be the devil.
I think so. They never really say.
His name is Warden Fry.
All right.
Yeah.
Spelled differently issue to issue, by the way.
I did not notice.
Yeah, there was an E in one of them and not in the other one. So maybe if you're a demon and you spend more time in hell, you get extra letters added to your name.
Could be. So like how Alan Moore had established that you reach a certain rank, you have to start rhyming.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad this guy didn't rhyme about the mob.
No, yeah, that would have been annoying.
Yeah. And Jack Kirby wrote the demon prior to this, so maybe he... I don't know, was the demon rhyming back then?
No.
I know he's been back and forth over the years.
Alan Moore established him as a rhyming demon well after the Kirby...
okay.
Kirby had left comics.
Okay.
So I am fairly certain that Jack Kirby had nothing to do with that.
That's good. Yeah, I've never read any of the Kirby demons. I've actually found 2 or 3 of them in dollar bins over the years, but none of the early ones, so I was kind of waiting until I could piece them together.
Right. Well, you get the omnibus, which is advertised right in the back of this comic.
It's probably only $60 for the lightest, most thinnest paper. Because when I worked at Mavericks, someone ordered one of these here. It was the one with, I think it was New Gods 2. It was the one with Omec's face. I guess Orion's face. That was the first volume, the first volume of Jack Kirby's Fourth World. It was I don't think it even says in here how much it was, but it was
I think it's $50 or $60.
Yeah, it was crazy. And it was it weighed less than a sock.
Yeah.
Yeah. That paper is so cheap.
Yep.
That was crazy.
Good old DC Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Just quality material all around.
Even this one here, we're looking at this book, and it's, it's maybe, it basically collects 2 magazines into one book.
Right.
And, I don't know, maybe there's 100 pages there, something like that.
Less than 100, I think.
And it's $40 cover price.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, and I ordered this back when I worked at Mavericks, but it came after I was unemployed, and I went in there, and luckily I still had $25 in store credit, so I only had to pay $15 or $10 for it after the discount. But so that wasn't too bad. But
still,
I wouldn't have paid $40.
No,
if I would have been jobless and had no store credit, and this came in, I would have been you guys can just put that on the shelf.
Right. No, yeah, I didn't even look at the cover price of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
It's probably more in Canada even.
$47.99 in Canada.
Sorry, Canadians.
Sorry, Canadians. Well, not really. Because, they kind of deserve it. being Canadian and whatnot.
It's a tax for living in the coolest country on the planet.
Spain?
No.
Yeah, what? DC, what are they doing?
No, they're fucking us.
They are. Yeah.
Every one of us.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, I would, this is, I think you kind of described it last episode. It was one issue of a magazine that Kirby made that was about 48 pages long. And then the unpublished second issue, which is also 48 pages long. So, yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
88 pages maybe for this thing, including like advertisements and
Right.
text pieces and whatnots. $40.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It should have been $20. You know?
Jack Kirby should return from the grave and just beat someone to death at the head of DC.
Or like put a cigar out in their eyeballs.
Right, yeah,
or something. That would be great.
Yeah, and then they'll head for Stanley.
That would be
Because
awesome.
Jack Kirby can't be stopped once he's back.
No. And you know he's saving that for last.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. He might even make a pit stop at Topps Comics. I don't know. He might have not had a good time there. I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
Seems like you did, right?
Yeah. They were all his own creations.
Yeah. But who knows?
Right.
So we're Marvel.
Well, it's true.
Yeah. But that aside, that's not to say I didn't like this book, because I thought it was really cool.
It was alright.
But it was maybe twice as expensive as it should have been.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I am glad that I did not pay a penny for this.
yeah.
Because, yeah, I would, because, you know, like, I read this and I thought, well, maybe I should, you know, pick this up for myself or some of his other, you know, stuff that DC is collecting, like the Fourth World stuff.
The Spirit World. Yeah, that looks cool.
There's something else in the back that I thought would be pretty cool to have. Cause
Oh, the superpower stuff?
the superpowers,
Yeah. I bet that's another $60
probably, yeah.
featherweight book.
Or even like Challengers of the Unknown, you know. But yeah, the superpowers one was the one that definitely caught my eye. But yeah, I would not pay these prices.
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, this is like because both Marvel and DC, they have you know, like DC has the archives, which I don't know if they're still doing or not. But I know I own like two of them. One that I bought at like a super deep discount, like for like $20.
Right.
I think it was one of the Batman ones. Actually, I own three of the archive things. I own one of the Batman ones. I own Plastic Man, Volume 1.
Yeah.
And the one that collects all the Steve Ditko Blue Beetle
Oh, okay.
books.
Yeah.
And I know I paid full price for both the Plastic Man and that one. And I think those were anywhere between $50 to $75.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, they are put together nicely.
Yeah, I mean, they're nice books.
Right.
But even $75 seems a little high.
It was a bit much. I
Like
think
50 maybe would be good.
Right. I mean, I got my store discount on that one, and then I think I used my tax refund to buy that one.
Right.
You know, but I mean, yeah, and Marvel has their Masterwork series, which are similar.
Yeah.
You know, and I know they're high quality, you know, productions, and then they recolor the artwork and all that, you know, and nice paper. But still, that's
Oh, yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I usually wait in spring for the... Like, I've got one of the... what do they call them? The Chronicles at DC, the
Okay, yeah.
Batman Chronicles. It's like...
It's a trade paperback version of
yeah, soft
Archives,
cover,
yeah.
and it is full color, you know, which is cool because
Right.
they also have those showcase ones that are all black and white.
which I like those too.
Some of them I do. Some of them I think it loses something without the color, but
Right.
I mean, yeah, they're nice. I mean, they're $10 for like 500 pages. Or
Right, yeah.
Some of them are $10, some are like 15. But
I have the Booster Gold and Ambush Bug showcases,
Nice.
which
Yeah.
I think were like $15 each.
oh, Keith Giffen's artwork does look good in black and white
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I've got the Moon Knight Essentials from Marvel, which yeah, Bill Sienkiewicz, you know, Kevin Nolan, those guys are.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
So you know, I enjoy the idea of those.
Mhm.
Whether I would want to get
Right.
A bunch of them, is to be seen. But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't understand why the hardcover collections like this are so pricey.
Yeah.
From both companies.
Yeah, it's like I've literally made a hardcover before,
right.
like just out of like paper and cardboard, and
right.
Made a hardcover sketchbook before. It's all paper.
Right. Yeah.
There's no like gold trim or anything.
Right.
Like it's and I've seen DC put out like leather bound hardcovers of like the greatest Batman and Joker stories, and like I can understand stuff like that. That's like it's got like a it's got like gold leaf on the pages, and
silver embossed on the cover.
Right. Yeah. One of those ribbons inside and all that junk. But yeah, for just a regular hardcover, I mean, they are totally ripping people off, especially when it's stuff like this where it's like, obviously they didn't pay Jack Kirby anything for this.
Right.
I mean, maybe they had to pay Mike Royer. He's one of the inkers. He's still alive.
Yeah, the only person still alive probably got paid.
Right.
Maybe Kirby's estate.
Right.
Maybe.
I don't even know how that works. Yeah.
And also, I think we can safely say that they did, I would say, nothing to the first story that's reprinted in this.
Oh, yeah.
As far as like touching it up or remastering it or anything like that.
It's like sepia toned inked.
Yeah, it's blurry. It's it must just be scanned from a copy of the comic that they had.
The magazine, right? I never noticed any blurriness, but it didn't look as high quality as the second one. No. That's for sure.
Yeah, the second story was crisp and black and white, and then freshly inked. It looked like.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they clearly did not have access to the masters. Or like the photo stats of the first issue,
right?
Because there is minimal quality
as
far as production goes.
Yeah.
To that one.
But having said all that, it's a cool book.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah, like it's so great as a Kirby fan to get to see the rare occurrences where he drew something other than superheroes.
Right.
Because I fucking love his superheroes.
Right.
I mean, there's one tattooed on my body. I mean, it's a supervillain, but that's arguable. He's just a super creature.
He's a villain.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, yeah, I love his superhero stuff. I love his Fantastic Four and Thor, but I love seeing him just draw normal people and just like cars and buildings and just guns and dames, and, it's cool. It's really cool. I'd love to see, more of that stuff if such stuff existed, but.
Right. Spirit World,
maybe, yeah.
That, of course, that, we talked about it last time,
like even his romance comics, I'm kind of curious to read some of those.
Yeah, I mean, Kirby's art is Kirby's art.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, like the man redefined what superheroes should look like, and then unfortunately Neil Adams redefined it.
Right. I mean, I like Neil Adams, but
I like Neil Adams too. But Greg Land is Neil Adams' fault.
Oh, fuck Neil Adams then. I take it all back. No. It's one of those things like he didn't know what kind of door he was opening. Probably.
No, I mean he was just doing the thing that he did.
Yeah,
and it was great to look at. It's still awesome to look at.
Right.
And I enjoy occasionally a semi-realistic looking superhero illustration here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But it has gone way too far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And to the point where fans now, like if Kirby existed today, he would be fucking railed on
for being like such a dinosaur,
over the top. No, just for being so. If like we had never had Kirby, or anything of that type,
Right.
Like if it was all just like, everybody let's do as photorealistic as possible,
Right.
From the jump. And all of a sudden Kirby came out and it was just in your face and bold and,
Bombastic.
cartoony and just out there. He would be the most hated illustrator working in comics.
His work would only appear in those like Marvel Strange Tales and Bizarro comics from
Right,
DC.
yeah, yep.
Like, look at this weirdo trying to draw superheroes.
Right, yep. Or he would be relegated to like the kids' books or something like that.
Oh, man. But if he came out now, he would probably have developed a completely different style because he would, he seems like he was kind of an innovator. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to
He
say.
was.
No, not about that. Not about that. It's hard to say about what he would do if I can't even imagine a comics superhero world
Without Kirby.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I just feel that it's sad that not enough people look to him, current day, as far as like how they produce work and,
Right.
and their styles and whatever, and are more towards the, Neil Adams, I would almost even say John Buscema, style of art, which again, both of them are great.
Right.
It's just that
It just gets boring.
yeah,
Right.
like one of the best books DC has put out was the OMAC series from 2 years ago that Keith Giffen reviewed. Because it was just
Clearly a Kirby
Right,
Kirby worship, right?
and it's like why doesn't that permeate the scene more?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few peppered out, like obviously Eric Larson, and I even think like Ed McGuinness reminds me of like a rounder Kirby.
Yeah, he's got kind of a Kirby style.
Like some of those guys do, but
Right.
I think it's just weirdly few and far between,
Right.
which doesn't make a lot of sense.
So I was looking. I found a piece of art today that Bruce Timm drew of the Ultimates. Which was just weird to look at, because
Right.
it was just that.
So cartoony and
It was it was the Bruce Timm cartoony Jack Kirby-ish style, but it was like that weird, everything has to have straps and
right.
ribbed leather and whatever. The Ultimates have sadly been popular as well. It was such a weird juxtaposition in my head that it just didn't even make sense.
Was it just like an experiment he did for fun, or
I don't know,
did he do a cover?
Up or something.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. Of the Kirby school.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. This book though is definitely while there are fantastical elements, as we've mentioned, the devil is in it.
The devil.
There's the entire story is told from the perspective of the devil, who rules hell as if it were a prison, and he the warden.
And he's taking us on a tour of it.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Pretty cool.
Like that would be a way to, for the government to make some money, to have like hell tours.
Sure.
Yeah. Because we know they're in cahoots.
Right.
So yeah, they could tax that and it'd be a family vacation.
Yeah.
I did like that, how he's directly talking to us, like breaking that fourth wall.
Right.
The devil. That's pretty cool.
It sets it up as sort of a Tales from the Crypt type, situation.
Yeah.
It's because it's an anthology. It's different stories of
Mobsters.
the mob and gangs and crime and violence from the 30s.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I guess this was put out in the 70s, and I'm guessing crime comics weren't that popular in the 70s. I don't know. I mean, because they were big in the 50s until the comics code.
I
don't know.
Yeah, would I agree with you?
I can't think of any. I'm trying to think of any. I don't know.
I can't think of any either. Obviously, this one didn't work out too well.
And yeah, we got one issue, and then it just kind of...
Right.
It might have been because it was a magazine, too. It seems like comic fans just... They don't want anything that's bigger or smaller than everything else they own.
Right.
You know?
Oh, comic fans. Yeah, they're awful.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
They just-
you implied it.
They've got some stunted ideas about how things could be. But yeah, this was cool. I mean, yeah, you got Al Capone, Ma Barker and her boys, and
Murder Inc.
Murder Inc. Yeah, Kid Twist, and I've never heard of that one. But yeah, I mean, I liked the stuff about the pinball machines. Like, did you read the introduction?
I read part of it.
I had no idea.
I didn't get through the whole thing. But
I thought that was fascinating. That I had the whole thing about pinball machines becoming like this, part of a speakeasy network.
Right.
Basically, I had no idea. And like the flippers on the pinball machines, like that was something that wasn't there originally because, that was one of the main reasons that LaGuardia called it a gambling mechanism.
Right.
So they had to add the flippers to make them legal.
Right.
That was crazy to me.
Yeah. I did not know any of that stuff either.
Yeah.
It also kind of made me want to play a pinball game.
Yeah. I hear the filling station on Linden has several pinball machines.
I don't know what that is.
It's
a gas station?
it sounds like it, but it's I guess it's just a game place that serves food too.
Oh, okay.
But it's mostly video games and pinball machines. They have some pinball machines. Yeah.
Bowling alley has a pinball machine.
Yeah.
We should go bowling.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Maybe
once both of us have money again.
Oh yeah.
Which will be never.
Yeah. Most likely.
We should commit crime.
Yeah, we
Make
should
some money.
get some Tommy guns.
Yeah.
It's worked out well for everyone in this book.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can get your mom to be the ringleader.
Oh, she could be Ma.
Yeah,
like
Ma Young.
Yeah. She's no longer young. She's a tailor now.
Oh, okay.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Jack Kirby wrote this,
Yep.
which may or may not have been the best idea. Like,
Yeah.
he's not anywhere close to being the worst writer artist I've ever seen,
No.
but he's got such a weird style of writing, like with those double exclamation marks everywhere and just stuff like that. It's
hard to read.
Yeah, sometimes and like some of those sentences are run-on sentences that just,
Yeah.
like I get confused before they're over, and I'm not terribly stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's arguable.
Yeah.
But I almost think it would have been cooler if somebody else wrote it for him.
Kinda. Yeah, I agree with you. There were a lot of captions, especially like the narrative captions, that were hard to get through sometimes.
Right.
I didn't even. I think I just started ignoring the exclamation points at the end of everything.
Right. Yeah, they're everywhere. And they're doubles. It's always two of them.
I think that's maybe why I'm so tired, is because I was reading everything as if everything was just everybody's shouting.
Right. Everybody's yelling right at you.
Yeah. And the one thing that I kind of dislike from all comics everywhere is the spelled out slang.
Oh, okay.
Like joiks and just stuff like that.
Right.
The phonetically spelling out of how different accents would pronounce a different word.
Right.
It's annoying.
I kind of, if it's done well, I actually love that. Like when Dave Sim does it, I think it's amazing. But yeah, sometimes it takes you away from it.
I grew up on Chris Claremont doing that, so I'm just
he's not as good as Dave Sim in a lot of a lot of avenues, probably. But
I mean, clearly he's a good idea, man.
Oh yeah. And there's no part of this that I think the story was just bad.
Right.
It's just like he should have had all the story elements and give it someone else to script or something. You know?
Right. He should have done it the Marvel way almost.
Yeah.
Just drawn the whole thing and then let somebody else touch up the dialogue.
Yeah. Because it is beautiful looking. I mean, it is. There's so many like 2-page spreads, and they're great. Those crowd scenes, and it's awesome. I love the way it looks.
It looks great, especially the second half.
Yeah, definitely. I'm certainly glad that it was that ordered that way too, that, you know, that sepia toned lower quality wasn't the end of the book, or that would have been hard. It would have been hard to like get excited about getting through.
Yeah. So Vince Colletta inked in the first half, Mike Royer inked in the second. I'm guessing because it was unpublished, Mike Royer inked these recently-ish.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Because I know he's been his inker for a long time.
Right.
But, I don't know.
I mean, I'm mostly just saying that again, as he is the only alive person involved in this.
Other than Sergio Aragonés.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a fun, weird bonus. There's like a 2-page like Mad Marginals style thing with Sergio's silent comics about the mob.
Right.
It was pretty fun.
It was pretty fun. And in the back of the second half, there's a... I thought it was Sergio at first, but then realized it is not.
I didn't recognize who that was.
That was Jack Kirby.
No.
Yep.
I would bet $1 million that it wasn't.
Jack Kirby.
Because I even looked in the credits and it said like everything was created and written by Jack Kirby. But I think that was a typo, because it looks nothing like his artwork.
I'm pretty sure that is all Kirby.
Oh man, I can't believe it.
Yeah. It says written, drawn, and edited by Kirby.
But see, everything that you read, you can't believe. There's typos out there.
It's a little more than a typo if that wasn't Jack Kirby. And I am pretty sure that is Kirby.
It looks nothing like his artwork though. That'd be like saying it was Chester Brown.
I mean, he gives the Sergio Aragonés credit for the first half.
I'm still going with it was a mistake.
All right.
Because to me, it looks absolutely nothing. It looks more like my art than it looks like Jack Kirby's art.
Well, I honestly know. I think it's Kirby.
Yeah.
Because there are elements of it that look a lot like how he draws. It's just him drawing like as if he was trying to draw like Sergio.
Right.
It's very cartoony, very over the top. And if it is indeed him, then to that I say that's awesome.
That would be amazing if he had that sort of range. But
I think he did.
Maybe we'll never know.
I mean, he experimented with using photo collages.
Oh yeah.
And there's even a couple in this.
Mm-hmm.
He was a true innovator.
Oh yeah.
He could have pulled off anything, except apparently for Superman's face.
Right. Yeah, at least not to the liking of the editorial staff at DC. Yeah. So, good book, way overpriced.
Oh, yeah. Super overpriced.
Yeah, if you see it at the library, or if you know me personally, those are two good ways to read this. Because I will keep this book. I'm not going to get rid of it. But
that's because you spent so much.
That's because I spent... Yeah. It's the last thing I've bought with my money.
So, because you'll just get diminishing returns if you try to sell it.
Oh, can you imagine? Yeah. Because they'd be like, well, it's been used. Yeah, the covers are warped. It's been used. We can put it in a half price bin for $20, and then, we do 25% off everything, so we'd sell it for $15, so we can give you $7 in store credit.
Right.
And I'd be like, no.
Well, you can take a GameStop and they give you $3.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a tea and a candy bar.
Nice. Maybe even get to play Donkey Kong.
Senior or junior?
I was excited to play juniors. The last time I went in there, I did, and I lost all 6 lives before I made it halfway across the first screen.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is harder than I remember.
Yep.
So yeah, I would definitely go senior then.
Yeah. this is weird for me, as I think I've mentioned numerous times in the past, that I've only recently become a fan of Kirby's.
In the last couple of years.
Yeah. So it was weird that, while I enjoy looking at his art online and everything, I've never actually really read anything long form from him.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's weird that this is the first thing that I've read by him more than a couple pages long.
Right. Yeah.
It has none of the things that, it's beautiful and I love it,
right.
Art wise. But it's got none of the stuff that
that he's known for.
Right. Yeah.
We kind of joked about it last week, but there was a little bit of Kirby crackle.
A little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Mostly in the form of just fire.
Right, yeah.
Because it's all real.
Yeah.
All based on true stories.
Except for the devil thing.
Right.
That may or may not be based on a true story.
That's true, yeah. The vignettes were all based on things. Did you read the text pieces? I really liked the one about the florist.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I forget his name, but apparently he was the mob florist, and all the mafia had to buy their flowers from him, even though a lot of them didn't like him and ended up killing him.
Yep.
But yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. When I saw that there were text pieces, I kind of
You hid under the desk.
What?
Yeah, so you got scared and hid under the desk.
Well, I got scared. Yeah. I did not hide under the desk.
Okay.
Just because, I don't like reading words. But they were short and enjoyable.
Yeah, I thought they would maybe be a little too long and throw off the pace, but yeah, they were cool.
Yeah.
And kind of makes me wonder if the text piece about the florists wouldn't have been an actual comic if this had continued and they just turned it into a text piece. I don't know.
It was part of the first issue, so it was
Oh, was that in the first one?
Yeah,
okay.
Written by Mark Evanier.
Yeah.
Or Evanier, or however the hell you pronounce his name.
Of Garfield fame.
Of Gru fame.
Yeah.
Hey, Gru.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was interesting, to say the least. It was very interesting.
Yeah, I'd been looking at the actual first issue on eBay for years.
Oh, wow.
And, cause I had never ever seen it other than on eBay.
Right.
And it was always going for like $30 or $40 for the first issue. And I was like, man, if I ever see that, somebody's got it cheap or not many people are bidding on it for whatever reason, I'm going to snag it. But then when I heard they were reprinting this, I just got real excited, and especially since I had extra, twice as much content. So,
and for the same price that you would have paid for it on eBay.
Right. Yeah. Which is nutty.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's not worth that much anymore. They're magazines, so it might be going. Actually, that might be a good way for people to sample it. Like if they don't want to spend $40. That magazine might only be going for $10 now. Who knows?
I bet it's still probably going for quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's clearly a rarity.
Right.
And, I'm sure there's probably not a ton of them that are in good condition either. So,
right.
Yeah. I bet it's still up there.
Who knows?
Despite the fact that it is now printed in modern day technology form.
Right. Yeah. Checking out the library.
Hey, maybe you can find an illegal torrent of this.
Probably.
I don't know these things.
You didn't even know the words you just said.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just somehow just spewed out of my face.
You were taken over by someone other than yourself.
Possibly Warden Fry.
Ooh. With an E.
With an E. Unfortunately, I have very little actually talking about this book, though.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
just cool crime stories.
Yeah, it's cool crime stories. It's just a unique thing that is out there.
Yeah.
If you like Jack Kirby, then check it out.
Definitely, if you're a Kirby fan, definitely worth seeing because it's not his usual. I mean, there's not a panel in this book that you wouldn't recognize as his art. But at the same time, it's definitely not his usual fare. So
Right.
definitely worth seeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the library.
Yeah,
Not a-
crumbs.
Yeah. That's CRUMS.
Yes. Take a break?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alrighty.
If you'll gather round me, children, a story I will tell about pretty boy Floyd, an outlaw. Oklahoma knew him well. It was in the town of Shawnee, a Saturday afternoon. His wife beside him in his wagon, as into town they rode. There a deputy sheriff approached him in a manner rather rude, with vulgar words of anger, and his wife she overheard. Purdy boy grabbed a log chain and the deputy grabbed his gun. In the fight that followed, he laid that deputy down. Then he took to the trees and timber to live a life of shame. Every crime in Oklahoma was added to his name. But of many a starving farmer the same old story told, how the outlaw paid their mortgage and saved their little homes. Others tell you about a stranger that come to beg a meal. Underneath his napkin left $1,000 bill. It was in Oklahoma City. It was on a Christmas day. There was a whole carload of groceries come with a note to say, well, you say that I'm an outlaw, you say that I'm a thief. Here's a Christmas dinner for the families on relief. Yes, as through this world I've wandered, I've seen lots of funny men. Some will rob you with a 6-gun and some with a fountain pen. And as through your life you travel, yes, as through your life you roam, you will never see an outlaw drive a family from their home.
Hi, gutter trash.
Hi.
What's up?
Not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm all right. I did one of my favorite things today. I did a bunch of yard work.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I know. I actually, I don't think I would want to do it as a full-time job, but I love doing yard work. Like, I raked giant piles of leaves today and gathered them up. It was fun.
My dad told me that he did some yard work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, truth be told, I kind of paid your dad to come over and do the yard work. But I sit in the lawn chair and drink beer.
Well, that's cool.
That's why it was so much fun.
I mean, after his long surgery, he needs to start
I
doing
figured,
more stuff.
I don't want him to get all lazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So I'm helping you out. Was he raking leaves as well?
He was, he got on his riding lawnmower and ran over all the leaves in the yard.
Oh, well, that's,
Yeah.
that's something. That's something. Yeah. But, yeah, I actually am looking forward to this time of year. I kind of like doing stuff outside. So, it's cool.
It's supposed to snow tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Excited about that. You love driving in the snow, if I remember right. It's your favorite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not excited.
No, I'm sure.
In fact, a little furious.
Yeah.
A little furious at God and nature.
I mean, yeah, usually it's
This
a
is
little...
why I worship the devil.
Right. Have you ever seen Vegan Black Metal Chef?
What?
There's this dude that puts these videos on YouTube, and it's called Vegan Black Metal Chef. And he, like the one we watched, me and Kathleen watched, she showed me this thing that I'd never heard of. It was how to make pad thai, but the entire time are like original black metal riffs playing in the background, like full drums and everything,
Right.
and the vocals are the cooking instructions in like a black metal voice, and then like along the bottom of the screen are the lyrics, so you can actually kind of like understand them. It's so good, and he like chops everything up with like this not.
Serrated.
It's like 8-pronged knife.
Right.
Yeah. It's and he's in full corpse paint the whole time, and it's pretty good. It made me laugh a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the recipes seemed good too. I mean, like there's
No, it's not possible.
no, it seemed really good. I'm totally gonna try the pad thai one.
No. Nothing vegan could ever be good.
Carrots are vegan.
Carrots are nature.
Well,
Yes.
everything he cooked with was nature. It was all like bean sprouts and onions, and I mean, I guess he had some tofu that doesn't naturally occur, but you know. But yeah.
Hey, did you know today that they announced that there's no such thing as gluten allergy?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what were those people that thought they had gluten allergies?
Lied to,
Okay.
marketed to, deceived.
Those bastards.
Yeah.
Well, you could have I'm sure you could have some sort of reaction to gluten, right?
No.
Really?
So that does not exist.
Huh. That's just Big Brother, man, trying to spoil your mind.
You can have food allergies. That's a thing.
Mhm.
But not just specifically gluten.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Uh-huh.
I listened to Slayer today.
Oh.
Some more metal stuff.
Yeah.
That was cool. I walked home and I found an old cassette tape. I had made a mixtape for myself, and there was like 4 Slayer songs in a row in my mixtape. I was like,
it's a poor mix.
well, every band had 4 songs though, so it was kind of like a sampling or something.
Okay, yeah.
So it was like a best of. Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Listen to some Slayer.
I didn't listen to any metal today whatsoever. Well, I mean, I've got my little my new MP3 player thingy that I've been playing with, and it's got some Black Sabbath on it, and some Misfits, but it's also got a whole bunch of other stuff that is not metal.
Right.
Decidedly so.
Is that thing working out for you then?
Yeah, pretty much so far.
That's cool.
I've still loading stuff onto it a little bit here and there, so it's not the capacity that my iPod was, but we're getting there.
Nice. Sweet. Yeah. Anything else fun or weird, or
What?
anything else fun or weird?
No, not really. Saw a couple of movies that I can't really talk about too much on here, but saw Gravity, starring George Clooney and Sandra Bullock, which I really recommend. And I saw Thor 2, which I also really recommend.
That's cool.
Yeah. And if you get the opportunity, don't see them in a theater.
Right.
Because people will ruin it for you.
Right. That happens.
That happens.
Yeah. I watched the original Hellboy last night.
Oh?
I hadn't seen that in a long time.
Yeah. Still hold up.
It's great.
It's pretty good.
I borrowed the first 2 from my lady friend, so I'm going to watch the other one sometime this week.
If I recall correctly, I love the second one a hell of a lot more than I love the first one.
I think I remember liking it more as well,
Yeah.
but I've only seen it once, so
Yeah.
I'll rewatch it. Yeah, it's good stuff. I really hope they make a third one before Ron Perlman's like 75 years old.
Yeah, I'd like that as well.
I mean, I'm sure he could still do it when he's 75 years old.
Sure. You got the makeup and the special effects. Yeah. It's possible.
It would be cool, though, if they just got that going.
He may actually just be 75 years old.
You know? It could be.
I don't know for sure. Yeah.
It could be. Yeah.
So there has been a comic floating around online. A fan comic of sorts. It's a Batman comic. It's total fan fiction. It's like 8 to 10 pages long, full color. The wazoo. Looks like it is drawn by Paul Pope, but it is not. It's just someone who just apparently really likes Paul Pope.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some other influence in there, but the main one that you see throughout it is Paul Pope.
Right.
And it is just getting passed around the internet like the proverbial whore.
Mm-hmm.
And just people are fucking loving it. And I think it is a giant turd.
Huh. I hadn't heard about this.
It's called Batman The Deal.
The Deal.
Yeah. And I like Paul Pope. So the art is pretty nice.
Yeah.
That Paul Pope-ish rip-off kind of way.
Right. Yeah.
But the story of it, man, it is it's a lot like comic book movies, or at least DC comic book movies, in which they want everything to be taken so seriously. It's like, we're adults.
That's too bad.
It's all grim and bullshit, and then there's like a fucking Bill Hicks quote, that's that narrates like the last 2 pages of it.
I might look at it, check it out.
Look at it, because it's nice to look at. The visuals are nice, but it is a fucking turd, and anyone who says otherwise is fucking wrong.
All right.
Batman, The Deal. Look for it.
I like your advertisement for this thing that you hate. That's pretty good. So, is this something this guy did to try to, get a job at DC? Or?
I have no idea.
You don't know anything about it?
Nope.
Okay. Just that everybody loves it.
Yep.
Wonder if Paul Pope loves it.
I don't know. Maybe he's looking at it and thinking, wow, somebody just totally fucking ripped me off.
Right.
But poorly. Because I'm sure Paul Pope thinks highly of himself.
Oh, well, yeah. I've seen him do a couple live things where he draws in person, and he was really cool and nice, and he seems like a nice guy. But I've always got the impression that he thinks he is the shit, Which it might just be something weird vibe that he puts off from the way he's stylish about everything.
Right.
But I know my friend Bill bought a bunch of vintage mini comics, and he found this one. I think it was called The Collector or something like that. And it was a mini comic Paul Pope did when he was still in art school. Yeah. So I mean, it's like fucking old and cool. And he's like, I think it's original of a short run that Paul made himself. He's like, because it came with this, and he flipped it over, and in the little plastic bag that it was in was a photo of Paul Pope's face, and it was just a photo. It wasn't it was probably from the 90s or early 90s, so late 80s, so it wasn't some digital print. It was a photo he had taken of his face and put one in every mini comic, I guess. So I'm like, yeah.
It's,
nobody needs that.
Nope.
Yeah,
I really like his artwork.
He's amazing.
He's great.
Yeah.
But, he just has that something about him that
he was
not as bad as an Alex Ross or something, but
right.
He does seem to kind of like himself a lot. I think
it's weird though, because he came off as being just very affable. He was really pleasing the crowd, and he was really
Right.
nice and like funny and like answering questions.
Like I
and-
said, not Albatross.
yeah, right. Like it was cool.
Charming, charismatic, but loves himself.
Right, yeah.
Like a Pink Floyd.
Oh yeah, he's the Pink Floyd of comics. Yeah, good stuff. That pulpit. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I don't have anything going on here.
Me neither. I might rake some more leaves tomorrow
All right.
because they're still falling.
Yeah, well, you might be shoveling first.
Yeah, if it snows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, want to cut this short?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell me what movie I want to watch.
Okay, I was thinking we could watch an Alfred Hitchcock movie
All right.
called The Saboteur.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
I've never heard of it.
I think that he followed Black Sabbath on one of their first tours and like made a documentary of the tour.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming that from the title that's what it's about.
Right, yeah.
So I figured that's right up both of our alleys.
All right. So we're going to watch the one non-classic Alfred Hitchcock movie that there is.
I'm sure there's quite a few non-classics.
You know, I haven't seen most of his movies. We could easily go with a classic.
Yeah, but I've been watching all of his classics already.
And that is your fault. Fine.
All right. Your reluctance has gotten me giddy.
All right. Is this available?
I have it
Oh, okay.
at my house. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because we run into some luck recently.
Right. No, this one is good to go.
Alrighty then. Alright then.
Saboteur.
Saboteur. I think I already know the song you're going to play in next week's
I don't know the song. I haven't thought of it.
Beastie Boys.
That's Sabotage. It's way different. But yeah, that's the one reason.
Alright, well, I look forward to hearing that next week.
Sweet. All right.
Alright.
Well, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. You can subscribe to the show from guttertrash.net or from iTunes and leave us a review. Visit guttertrash.net for email information, links to our Facebook and Twitter pages, and for other podcasts and websites in the Gutter Trash Network. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.